Right, so this is the last page in this chapter and one of my absolute favorite ones. And here you can see how I quickly prime it. So just scraping off, putting on the gesso and scraping it off. And honestly, you cannot do art journaling without this process or this step because it really makes a big difference. So this one, I'm going to go green. So I'm doing stripes. So I'm just striping it down. And then stripes vertical and horizontally, so they make like a little grid. And then I'm going to use the lime green, vivid lime green ink, and let's paint over it. And again, you should not do what I'm doing there. You should get clean water. Every page deserves a little bit of clean water. And I love the way that this paint reacted with these, just letting it flow, tilting it up, and a baby wipe to clean up your mess. So now I'm using the stencil. Once this is dry, I'm using the stencil and a little bit of turquoise paint that I'm mixing in with gel, I think. Doesn't need to do it. And then this lovely little Tim Holtz tool. And now you just want to press the paint through the stencil and keep the stencil very still. This is super important. And again, I'm working in my favorite triangle pattern here, and I'm just starting at the bottom and I'm spreading it out wider towards the top. And this is one of those lovely little tools. This dabber is really one of my favorite little tools to use with paint and stencils. And it's the only way that a stencil really comes to life on a page is when you dab the paint through it. Actually called a dabber tool, so just so you know. But it comes with little refills, so I like it a lot. So I'm adding some green to the top, this blue green, and I'm just rolling it down, and you can see again the lovely graphic look that it creates, and it also blends it nicely, and it also makes it super transparent. So that's the one way of making the inks transparent, even more so, is just by rolling it over. And then you just want to let it dry. And believe me, this page is getting so much better. You can see I added some white paint, getting clean water, and now I'm just going to paint. And the ink is not completely dry. And that's one thing that I love about it, because then it blended, So I just wanted to create a little bit of quiet space on this page. I'm working around the leaves. I'm leaving, like that part there, the ink that's still drying. I'm just leaving it, painting around the paint strokes or the paint drips, and just creating a really nice, quiet space, and which is ideal for journaling, Painting lightly. You can even use a smaller paintbrush than I'm using here. Right, and now I'm just going to add, let's see what I'm going to do. Can never remember. Oh, I'm just getting a clean brush. Smaller brush, yeah. Just to get into those little spaces more easy. So I have like a whole bunch of brushes available to me. And this is just because then it's easy to grab a clean brush and keep on working. You don't have to clean it all the time. And then usually at the end of, because what I'll do is I'll film 4 pages that I'm making at the same time. And I'll do a step, like step 1, and I'll let it dry. And a little, there you go, with the baby wipe. I'll film it, and then I'll stop my film, and then I'll wash my brushes, get some clean water. Well, most of the time. Okay, so this is dry, and this is the flourishes I want to add. And now I'm going to figure out exactly where to place them. And I'm just going to cut it because I like that the flourish really wraps around the page well, and that's why I cut it. And now I'm just going to add a little bit more drama to my page. And this is turquoise paint. And I'm just going to roll it on the top. So I'm going to remove the cut files. And then I'm just going to add a tiny bit of paint there. You can see I'm rolling it here, there. And I just want this little bit of drama and this dark, honestly, you should see, it's a little daring, but in the end it paid off big time. So it really worked well. Already you can see the difference, and I'm working out where I want to put this flourish, this illustration, where will it look the best. And this is just one of those things that you can move it around. There's no right or wrong place to place it. And a little bit of yellow. So I'm adding the yellow and just spreading it out with a brush, wetting my brush and just adding more paint splatters. And really yellow is also one of those colors that adds so much beauty and aliveness to a page, that it's really amazing. And I felt that I wanted it even more white or more calm, just to make the contrast, I think, a little bigger. What's fascinating to me is when I narrate my videos, is to actually put words to my actual art process. It's not always so easy. It's easier. Sounds easier than it is, But, remember when I actually made the pages, it was totally intuitive. I didn't even think about what I'm doing. And now I have to put words to it. So sometimes this can be a little hard or, it's not as easy as it sounds. But yeah, I guess it's still a fun process and very, very educational for myself. So yeah, I'm doing it for me. So I'll be happy even if just one person purchased this workshop, it's still so much worth to me personally. Okay, so now I'm going to start embroidering. I'm going to stick it all down. I'm using hot glue and I'm going to embroider. So I apologize if you see my head in a couple of the shots. But sometimes, I can't work. I have to get close together to really get into the detail. And I'm going to play you some music and you can watch me finish the page. And again, the pink paint came to good use, just to add those words to our page. And in the end, I think it just ties in so lovely with the illustrations and how it all came about. So here you can see the final page with my journaling all done. And the white space that I created on the side just served it so well with the journaling. And I really wrote my heart out there, and what a joy. So thank you so much for watching, and we're on to our next chapter after this video. So I'm very excited to share with you new starting points and 4 more layouts that we're going to create with it.